Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Wrestling fans surprisingly name-dropped a top AEW star during WWE's post-show event after Crown Jewel 2025. The individual in question, Adam Copeland, has made a name for himself as an industry legend through his work within Stamford-based company. The sports entertainment juggernaut hosted the 7th iteration of Crown Jewel this Saturday at the RAC Arena in Perth, Australia. The PLE presented a star-studded card, featuring several of the company's top talent, including Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Stephanie Vaquer, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, the Kabuki Warriors, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. It even staged what will likely be the final singles match between John Cena and AJ Styles. As usual, WWE organized a post-show scrum after Crown Jewel, attended by the promotion's chief content officer, Triple H. During the event, fans unexpectedly began chanting for WWE Hall of Famer and AEW star Adam Copeland, even singing his iconic entrance theme, Alter Bridges Metalingus. Fans have now logged onto X/Twitter to share their reactions to the audience at Crown Jewel, Perth, chanting for the rated R superstar. Several users responded by demanding a trade between WWE and AEW to swap Cope and AJ Styles for just one major singles match in the other's company. Other comments noted that the former Edge is under contract with the Jacksonville-based promotion, which prevents him from facing his former arch-rival, John Cena, on the latter's retirement tour. Copeland made his All Elite Wrestling debut back in 2023 at that year's WrestleDream pay-per-view. Last month at AEW All Out Toronto, Adam Copeland teamed up with his legendary partner Christian Cage to take on FTR in tag team action. The iconic duo was able to seal the victory against the Top Guys, courtesy of an assist from the debuting Beth Phoenix, who arrived to foil the interference of Stokely Hathaway. Unfortunately for Cope, both he and the Patriarch were incapacitated after the bout, leaving the Glamazon vulnerable to an ambush by Dax Harwood and Catch Wheeler. The Living Legend killers proceeded to plant Beth with a spiked piledriver while a handcuffed and helpless Cope watched. Afterwards, the ultimate opportunist spoke to Christian backstage, informing him that he had to go home to take care of his family. It remains to be seen when Adam Copeland will return to AEW programming. The wrestling world exploded in reaction following WWE Crown Jewel 2025, as fans took to social media in a frenzy after a top AEW star's name was unexpectedly mentioned during the post-show fallout. The premium live event, held in Perth, Australia, already created buzz with shocking moments and emotional performances, but the sudden reference to a major all-elite wrestling talent has now stolen the spotlight entirely. Fans are now passionately calling on Triple H to listen to their voices and let it go amid speculation about potential cross-promotional drama and old rivalries being reignited. The moment came during a backstage interview segment shortly after the Crown Jewel main event, where WWE's creative team allowed a subtle yet loaded mention of an AEW wrestler who was once a key part of WWE's system. The reference was brief but impactful, enough to send fans spiraling into discussions about whether this was a tease for something bigger or just a harmless nod to wrestling history. Within minutes, "Please Listen Triple H" began trending on X, formerly Twitter, alongside phrases like "let it go" and "he's moved on," as fans clashed over what the name drop truly meant. Some supporters interpreted it as a harmless acknowledgement of wrestling's modern landscape, while others accused WWE of trying to reignite a rivalry that had already run its course. One viral post read, "Triple H doesn't need to bring him up every time WWE makes headlines. Let AEW be AEW. Please listen Triple H, let it go." Another fan countered with, "This isn't about AEW versus WWE. It's about respect. That man helped shape the era we're living in right now." While WWE didn't explicitly mention the AEW name on broadcast, commentators and backstage talent reportedly used phrasing and references that unmistakably pointed toward the star in question. Fans were quick to connect the dots, especially after one of WWE's top superstars used a familiar catchphrase that was synonymous with the AEW performer during his WWE tenure. This isn't the first time WWE has alluded to an AEW figure, but the timing of this instance is particularly intriguing. With Crown Jewel 2025 marking one of WWE's most successful international events in recent memory, fans found it unusual that the company would even subtly mention a rival promotion's talent. Some insiders speculate that Triple H could be testing fan reactions ahead of potential future negotiations or crossover appearances, though no official discussions have been confirmed. Wrestling journalist Brian Alvarez hinted that there was backstage awareness of the fan reactions, and that WWE higher-ups might not have expected the online blowback to be this intense. They probably thought it would be a cute moment, not realizing the fans were ready to turn it into a movement, Alvarez commented on Wrestling Observer Live. Many fans, however, defended the creative decision, claiming it added a sense of realism and unpredictability that modern wrestling thrives on. If WWE and AEW keep throwing respectful nods, it helps the business, one fan posted. Stop being sensitive. Let wrestlers be acknowledged for what they built. The AEW star in question, known for his outspoken nature, hasn't directly responded to the situation yet, but eagle-eyed fans noticed that he liked a few cryptic posts following the Crown Jewel broadcast. Posts that included phrases like "still living rent-free" and "legends never fade." That alone was enough to reignite theories about potential tension between him and his former employers. Meanwhile, sources close to WWE have reportedly stated that the reference wasn't intended as a dig or call-out, but rather as a way to enhance storytelling continuity for long-term fans. Triple H knows what he's doing. He understands wrestling's interconnected history. One WWE producer said, "Fans read too much into things sometimes, but there's no denying that this got everyone talking." The timing couldn't have been more interesting, considering the ongoing debate about the evolving relationship between WWE and AEW. While both promotions continue to maintain a professional distance, there's been a subtle thaw in how WWE talent and executives reference their AEW counterparts publicly. Even The Rock, during a recent appearance on The Tonight Show, gave a shout-out to some incredible wrestling happening everywhere right now, which fans took as a nod to AEW's growing influence. Triple H, known for being a meticulous storyteller and strategist, has yet to publicly comment on the post-Crown Jewel chaos. What if history is any indicator, he's aware of every trending phrase and online reaction surrounding the company's biggest moments. His approach has often been to let the noise amplify before making a decisive move, either by doubling down on the controversy or shifting direction completely. The name drop also sparked conversation about whether WWE is subtly preparing fans for surprise appearances, or even potential crossover segments in the future. Though still far-fetched, the idea of WWE and AEW collaborating, even briefly, has long been a dream scenario for fans. The pro wrestling landscape is more open than ever, and with TKO now steering WWE's broader strategy, business-driven decisions might override brand rivalry in certain cases. AEW fans, however, were quick to defend their favorite star, insisting that he had no need to return to WWE or be dragged into any promotional teasing. He's doing fine where he is. AEW gave him freedom. WWE should focus on their own stars, one fan wrote. Another added, "Let it go, Triple H. He already made his mark and left." Others were less critical, noting that WWE might be simply paying homage rather than trying to provoke AEW. "You can't erase history," one wrestling analyst said. "When someone helps define an era, you can't just pretend they didn't exist." WWE mentioning AEW talents occasionally is a reminder of how far the business has come. The post-Crown Jewel press conference also added fuel to the fire. During a Q&A session, one reporter subtly asked about acknowledging other major wrestling promotions, to which Triple H gave a smirk and replied, "We acknowledge greatness, no matter where it happens." Fans interpreted the statement as a thinly veiled acknowledgement of the AEW star, reigniting debates online about whether it was a tease for something bigger. Crown Jewel 2025 was already being hailed as one of the most significant international WWE events of the year, with blockbuster matches, celebrity involvement, and major storyline twists. But as often happens in professional wrestling, it's the unexpected, like one sentence or one name drop, that dominates post-show discussions. The AEW star's legacy remains deeply intertwined with WWE's own modern evolution. He was part of key storylines, carried championships, and shaped the direction of WWE programming before eventually parting ways amid creative differences. Since moving to AEW, he's reinvented himself as a cornerstone of the rival promotion, earning critical praise for his in-ring performances and leadership. For many longtime fans, hearing his name resurface on a WWE platform was a powerful reminder of what once was and what could be again. For others, it was simply an unnecessary reopening of old wounds. Either way, the conversation has reignited interest in both companies, with viewership spikes predicted for upcoming episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and AEW Dynamite, as fans look for follow-up clues. Industry insiders believe that even if WWE's mention wasn't part of a long-term plan, the fan reaction might influence future creative directions. "You can't buy this kind of buzz," said one veteran producer. "Whether fans love it or hate it, they're talking about WWE again. And in wrestling, that's always a win." In the coming weeks, fans will undoubtedly be watching both promotions closely to see if this moment develops further. Will WWE drop another hint? Will the AEW star respond publicly? Or will Triple H take the fans' advice and finally let it go? Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain. WWE Crown Jewel 2025 will be remembered not only for its matches and surprises, but also for the one brief mention that shook the wrestling world and united fans in passionate debate once again. As the dust settles, Triple H now stands at a crossroads between nostalgia and progression, rivalry and respect, control and chaos. And whether he chooses to double down or move on, the echo of fans chanting, "Please listen, Triple H, let it go," will linger far beyond Perth's stadium walls. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.